Hey guys, Dr. Mike Rizaldi. I'm here with Dr. Chris Barker. If you guys are doing online marketing, doing some Facebook leads, and you're just not getting leads, you're trying to do it yourself, and just new patients aren't coming in, or they're not even opting in. Chris, when you get that question, I mean, what's your answer? What do you do?
Yeah, there's three reasons. If you're not getting leads, the first thing is we've noticed that people trying to do it themselves. As a chiropractor, to be successful, do you have enough hours in the day?
No.
I can't imagine running my own Facebook ads. I've tried it. It just doesn't work. So don't do it yourself. That's the first problem. Second thing is ad spend. I will tell you right now, someone will always do it cheaper. But the problem is you get what you pay for. Yeah. I mean, I've heard someone's like, yeah, I'm doing ads for $100. Yeah, and you have 2 leads. It's just a waste of time. And the other problem is ad spend. A lot of companies, they'll charge you a fee, but a lot of that fee will be for them, and they'll use a fraction of it for ad spend. You cannot reach the people that you want with a $100 ad spend budget. So you're setting yourself up for failure, and that's companies taking advantage because we know the ins and outs of the chiropractic market. We know how much it takes.
Exactly. There's that threshold there.
Exactly.
So let's say they're getting a bunch of leads, but then nobody's showing up. What do they do then?
Yeah, so if they're getting a bunch of leads and you mean no one's coming into the office,
they're not
even scheduling them.
They're opting in online, they're scheduling, either they're no showing or they're opting in, but they're never actually getting to the point of speaking to someone or making an appointment.
Yeah, so there's a few problems with that. And the great thing about it is we're not going to sign you up for when you start our program and just be like, hey, good luck. We have turnkey systems to train your staff. And we also have kind of ways to show you how to do this. But the big thing is follow-up. We have a system that follows up with text messages, emails, Google spreadsheets, and then we also are starting to add that day one video, what to expect, and it's emailed to them so the patient truly knows what's happening, they know what they're getting, and they're not excited about their first appointment. If people are not showing up, they really don't understand what they're actually signing up for.
So if they're not showing, you're saying it's a staff issue, and then we can help train the staff, easy, turnkey, simple stuff to make sure that people come in.
Yeah, so the number one problem is it's I always say the guardians of the gate. If it's your front desk, you're not the ones. I guarantee you, if you got on the call with every new patient, you'd have this place flooded, but we're gonna train your staff on how to be ninjas and incentivize them so they really want them to come.
So we had a doctor just start, and he was in a really small town. We weren't sure how it was gonna work, and he got tons of leads. He closed, I think he said like 15 people the first month.
Yeah,
right? 15. But he was disappointed that not enough people didn't show up. And some were like, because he lived in such a small town, they were kind of far away. Listen, guys, all the people that make an appointment are not going to show, or not every lead is going to come in. It's just not realistic. But you should be, getting at least a third of the leads coming into the office.
And the other thing too is if you're having a problem, we actually have just started adding the system. We have, and we'll show you how our model works. You can actually, our system takes prepaid payments, and we notice if you're going to pay $47 or whatever the show rate skyrockets. So what we want to tell you is that if you're having trouble with your leads, we have created the system with minimal work for you as the doctor, and we'll train your staff, and all you got to do is do what you're good at, is convert them. Yeah. That brings me to my next point. What happens if you're getting a lot of new, but you're not converting them to chiropractic and care plans or to what you do?
Obviously, if it's a patient referral, it should be 90%. If it's somebody from Facebook, obviously, and I don't know anyone that converts 90% of those leads, but at the bare minimum, it should be 50% of those leads you should be converting. So if you're not doing that and you're getting 20 new patients and you convert one person, you got to look at your day one, day two. We do Everest in our practice, and we help teach that. So if you're doing a solid day one, day two with Everest, you should be closing those people for chiropractic at least 50% or better from Facebook.
And then last thing we'll say is you can be, because in our group, there's some solid closers. You could be amazing, but I don't care if you can close 90% of people. If you get 10 new patients a month, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So you got to get new patients in the door, minimum work for you as the doctor, and staff's going to be happy, and most importantly, your town's really going to save your town.
Hey, new patients fix all ills, I always say.
I do. It's amazing.
Good.